Okay, yes, I'm aware that the does not show much at the moment, but that's because I have some things I need to get done first. While I get set up for the first BunnyPad development stream, I just chillax, grab a drink or some snacks, and just wait a minute. Just another moment. I know I should have been set up already, but I actually just wanted time to get the. I just wanted to show at least a little project I've been working on, and I might. So my so as I was saying, I've been working on a little project that involves HTML because honestly, I honestly wanted to stream sooner, but I was fighting Arch Linux with trying to get the OBS Studio browser plugin installed, and it just wouldn't work. So I had to do a little bit of redneck engineering and use Firefox, full screening that, just to get the HTML for the screen you see right now. Anyways, let me just actually let me grab my no, that's the wrong window. There we go. And so now let's go to C. Yeah. So what we're doing right now is actually going to be developing BunnyPad 11.1 is the unofficial name, but the official name is V11 Feature Patch Level 1. So what we want to do is consolidate all these import statements down to a single line. So we want to import lib logging OS platform distro. Oh, yeah, that's wait a minute. Oh, yeah, I see. See, the, I'm not a perfect developer, okay? I'm not going to admit to being a perfect developer. But I'm good enough to where I know what I'm doing. So now that we've consolidated all that stuff, SHUtil requires PSUtil to be installed. So we're actually going to move that to import PSUtil and import SHUtil. Then we got those going. And yeah, some very, very dumb, a very, very dumb method of trying to make sure all the imports are there. If someone's got a better way, please suggest a better way to do this. Did I not save the file last time? Guess not. Oh, right, I have to undo anything, that's right. Today is 1206. Yeah. A bunch of, a lot of this is going to be either removed or fixed up in later stream, but now, for now we're just going to do just the basic stuff. Oh yeah, the character widget's kind of being removed it's being moved at the moment because, well, the current method is just not really compatible with how we want. Oh, there we go. Now, what we want to do, okay, is go to our terminal. Want to change directory to BunnyPad, BunnyPad source, pretty fonts, v12. We want to Python. Actually, no. Alright, we have that shebang. So we can go dash v1 pi qt6.py after we set it to an executable. Ah, yeah. I'm better with. I usually do the development for BunnyPad on Windows, so I'm. So this was just a first time experiment. So Python 3 reload this qt6.py help about. Hold on, do we need to do the function? So let me close. Yes, exit. Need to. Uh, I know I did this somewhere, where I use a function. Why did I do? Let's try it this way. Alright, that's what we want, okay? So, now that we know exactly what we're doing, because I'm going to admit it's been a while since I've worked on this, but now that we know exactly what we're doing, okay? Yes, exit. You can go remove that. Actually, we don't even need the self.translate here. App underscore name plus the trademark. Right, so let's nothing else. The hard drive has overlays for even the most obscure apps, resulting in endless XMLs and customization. It fills you with determination. That's a good one. Right, so hey, BunnyPad. Hmm. Yeah, since it's an V12, we don't need to modify that yet. Alright, so let's attempt this. Because again, well, what do you know? I'm not to get cocky, but that is good. Oh, there's a little Easter egg. Since we see it in the code, might as well show what the Easter egg is. Oh, oh yeah, a little thing. Yeah. So the story behind that is the developer of the Revert 8 Plus project said that in his Discord server, and found it. I found it funny, and I decided to add it into the program because, well, I mean, it's funny. And if you're wondering about these three, it's, uh, I mean, it kind of fits in line with the CR Jordan one because, well, basically says, "Quick, hide behind that conveniently shaped lamp," which, to those unaware, is a quote from the game Undertale. So let's continue on with modifying these strings. Hey! Right, so let's close this out, go back here, close over this one, yes, exit. We want to test it here. This would be the system information one. I know, that's the credits dialog. Oops, sorry. Alright. Yeah. Hold on. Oh, I made a mistake. Yeah. There was a mistake in this project, and I just realized it. I'll have to fix that. Actually, it's oh, right, so I'm not gonna fix it now. Right, so that does work, okay. We gotta fix that here. Actually, no, it's since it's in line, she wasn't really much of a she really wasn't a tester. Now I'll fix the layout of that later. So I can just move this. I can move the parentheses at the end. Can move that one. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I don't know where anyone's watching. Oh well. App underscore name plus. A lot of this is going to be reworked anyways. Actually, hold on. Let's copy this. Scroll up. Control H. And we want to copy this. Control A. Control V. Replace all. Now, if we scroll down, we should see that. Yeah. Alright. Here we go. Oh, yeah, I should probably update that. But not at the moment. Because I don't feel like opening Discord on this machine. In fact, let's actually go here as well. Control H. Self dot translate parenthesis quote BunnyPad parenthesis shoot. Let's simply replace it with app name.
Place all. And yeah. Now we can go here. Let's quote parenthesis file plus delete app underscore name and yeah. Oop. Quote parenthesis plus delete app underscore name delete. Scrolling down plus app name. Alright. Plus app name plus app name. Scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down. Yes, this is a very rough implementation of getting function working, of getting the replace function working. It works, but the update checker is really. There's a lot that I need to redo. But I mean, ugh. I mean, this is basically beta quality software. And it's far from perfect. Okay, I will be the first person to say that BunnyPad is far from perfect. But you know, 3 years of development, 500 downloads, and a single developer. Okay, like 99.9% of the code in BunnyPad is made by me. I mean, that vulnerability report that we had, I was the one who had to go out and actually report it. I mean, yes, the user informed me on Discord, but he also informed other people apparently. But I was the one who had to make the CVE reports. I was the one who had to create the temp patch. Like, BunnyPad's my creation. And I'm proud of it. Yes, there were some people trying to say it's malware, but I mean, come on. I know I've made some dumb mistakes, okay? like falling for the oldest trick in the book. That was a dumb mistake. But I'm not going to ever think about putting malware or even there's not even a single bit of telemetry in BunnyPad. So someone trying to say that I add malware to it, that's insanity. It's stupidity, in my opinion. And the reason why I made BunnyPad open source wasn't to fight the allegations. I planned to make BunnyPad open source anyways. The reason why I made BunnyPad open source is so people can learn from it, like I did. Because BunnyPad has taught me a lot of things. It taught me how to keep a level head when pressure is extremely high. Now, I'm not talking about like trying to meet a deadline, though that is part of it. Like when you have builds failing repeatedly, when you got haters trying to spread lies about it, or heck, even a competitor trying to say, I just want to see what I'm up against. Now, I'm not trying to throw shade on anyone, okay? But the one thing I will never do is try to compare my project against another person's. Especially when I'm trying to throw shade against the other project. Yes, there's a wiki post on the BunnyPad source repo. That's not throwing shade on anyone. That's telling the truth. Okay, I'm pointing out some inconsistencies that I'm noticing that anyone else can see. And honestly, that wiki article on the BunnyPad source repo, it's to raise awareness about something. Now, for those unaware, creator the creator of the Everus text editor or text editor plus, whichever version you use, back I would say back when BunnyPad was still starting out, Various tried to ask me what BunnyPad was about. He wanted to see, what all he was going up against. That right there, in his exact words, is that he wants to see what he's going up against. Yeah, if you don't believe me, I haven't been in the developer sanctuary server for a while. I don't know if my thread's still there, but I guarantee you can find it if it is still there. But sorry for coughing a lot. But I got bored one day and wanted to check on it. Okay, what I found was disappointing, to say the least. And I'm saying disappointing as a developer from a developer's perspective, because we have a team creating a closed source notepad. Well, technically it's a WordPad, but they're creating a WordPad, and they're trying to see how it compares to an open source notepad alternative that's designed to make note taking more open, more fun. And well, sorry for the delays in my speaking. I'm just trying to think of the right words. But it's saddening how Iverius was just trying to throw shade on a small project. But now, the things I saw were disappointing. Not only is the Iverius text editor closed source, in fact, hold on, let me get to the wiki page so I can bring it up. Well, so I can just read it to you guys. Right, so, hold on. But, the BunnyPad versus the various text editor, okay? BunnyPad is a fully open source, cross-platform, and actively maintained text editor built in Python using PyQt5/PyQt6. Unlike proprietary editors like various text editor or various text editor plus, BunnyPad respects user privacy, has no telemetry, and will never have a paid version. Donations are optional, and contributions are fully open to the community. Meanwhile, various text editor and its Plus variant make flashy claims, but the reality tells a very different story. Now, I'm going to stress this. BunnyPad will never, ever have telemetry or a paid version. And if you want to donate or contribute, go right ahead. I'm not going to stop you. But from Avarius' own marketing, he said Avarius text editor supports extended formatting in RTF. It supports images, date, and time, and it allows for importing and exporting formats. And Avarius text editor supports the default when UI styling, tabs, setup installer, word count, no, that stuff. But the Avarius text editor plus supports full RTF editing, images, date and time, tables, screenshots, etc. I'm sorry. Why do they specify images twice? Because the screenshot is an image. It supports coordinates, export formats. You can theme it. It supports tabs, setup and install, word count, a home. Why do you need a homepage in a text editor? Why do you need a homepage in a text editor? AI text editor. Oh my gosh. Okay, that just. I thought the homepage alone is confusing, but the AI text generation, that just raises a whole lot of security and privacy concerns. Okay? And I'm not saying that as a Linux user, I'm saying that just as a user. New file templates, okay, yeah, those are actually pretty useful. Word has those. Full context menu and selection flyout, similar to how Word does it. But side note, tabs in a basic text editor, seriously? They make sense in IDEs like Notepad 2, Notepad++, or Sublime Text. Because, well, the, oh, that, oh, hold on. Here we have tabs in an IDE. Now let's print function. The time is import date time print function. The time is date time dot date time dot now. I mean that this is one of the Sublime Text's intended functions. It's an IDE. Now, of course, I'm not going to bother running that. That was just a dummy example, right? But for lightweight Notepad / WordPad replacement, tabs in a basic text editor. I'm going to say this for all basic text editors, including the modern Windows Notepad. Completely unnecessary. It feels over-engineered, honestly. Now, some observed issues and concerns with Avirus's text editor. The main Avirus text editor GitHub repository contains zero code, zero helpers, zero converters, zero cells, literally nothing. The Plus repository, which contains all the real code, is private and only accessible if Avirus personally invites you to it. And I know it exists on GitHub because he accidentally once leaked a link. Technically, it's open source only if you happen to be in the inner circle. Otherwise, you see nothing. Now I'm going to go back to the break screen real quick so I can pull that up. But you'll see exactly what I mean. Now I'm going to open two tabs here. One for the very page. Alright, so back to this. Let's see. Zero is like zero code whatsoever. It's just documents like this. Now we have this, and then we have this. Oh, see? Haha! Right here is a link to the Plus repository. Proof that it exists on GitHub. Side note, why the heck does a text editor need Discord login? Alright. But it's telemetry and data sharing. Discord login is required just to get the Avirus text editor plus user role. To get the Avirus text editor plus user role in the Discord server. So you can't refute that. It's literally right in his freaking issues. And I will honestly I will be putting this on the Wayback Machine in case he tries to delete it. But, yeah. No other functional benefit that we know of. Data may be sent to the Discord server. Oh, that. Uh, hold on. Did I open the wrong one? Is it? Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Right click, open a new tab. Ah! Oh, what do you know? The various telemetry logs right on a Discord server. And if you don't, mean Discord people. Ah, honestly, what the f was he thinking? Now back to the comparison. Usage in Linux data is conducted even in paid versions. Platform limitations. Oh, let me click learn more. Let me learn more about this. Okay. You guys, that was that was live. I don't. I don't understand how that could have happened live. How did the website break? Actually, hold on. Let's inspect. Oh, hold on. Developer tools. Let's figure out why it breaks. Is it? Oh, that happened live, and clearly. Okay, back to the comparison. Platform limitations. Windows only cannot run under Wine because of its use of WinUI. It, of course, can't run under Wine. Public contribution restricted. Only approved volunteers may submit work. Which, if we go back to the thing, contributing. This project is currently not open for public contributions. However, if you believe you have the skills and passion to contribute, consider applying to the viewers team. Please note that all work is voluntary, no paycheck. So basically, if you want to contribute, you must apply to a team, and you're not getting paid for it. Seriously? Why? 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 Oh, it's on. Oh, hey, here it is. FAQ. Do your apps work on Linux? No, our applications do not support Linux and cannot run. Projects that rely heavily on Windows exclusive APIs such as Rebound will not be ported to Linux. However, the general purpose apps like Virus Text Editor may have Linux builds in the future using cross-platform frameworks like Uno platform. So basically, it does not support Linux yet. Whereas BunnyPad, you can literally just I kid you not, I've run it on a Raspberry Pi V1.2B Plus, which is it can only run Linux. And seeing how I've run BunnyPad on that, I've run it on React OS, I've run it on Android, all from source. Yeah. Oh, here it is. Various text editor is closed source because both free and paid versions share a single codebase. While using a restricted license could help prevent piracy of the paid version, the lack of strong legal protections against piracy in Romania, our country flipping, makes enforcement impractical at this time. Marketing versus reality advertises a community-driven, open ecosystem, but flagship apps are closed source and Windows only. Excuse for piracy prevention is hollow sort packages can be trivially extracted and redistributed. And anyone who knows how to download an Apex package already knows. I'm not going to go into details on that, but they already know. But branding. The branding sucks for his application. Names like Virus Text Editor and Virus Text Editor Plus sound bland and generic, in contrast to BunnyPad, which is more memorable and sparks curiosity. Now, just saying it, okay? Virus Text Editor, Virus Text Editor Plus. It sounds like you're saying, oh, I use the Microsoft Windows XP operating system. Like, that sounds boring. Whereas BunnyPad is like saying, oh, uh, I use XP, or I use Nyarch, or even I use Kali. Like those who don't know, are going to do a web search. They're just going to try and figure out what it is. Because the name, a good project name sparks curiosity. Take a look at Revert 8 Plus or Up Down Tool. If you don't know what those are, I guarantee you, after the stream, you guys are, or after watching this video, you guys are going to look them up, see what they are. But that's just an example. But user interface, which we conveniently have right here. All right. Now, I said screenshots of ITE reveal a confusing mix of Word, WordPad, and UWP Notepad styles, resulting in an interface that feels clustered and inconsistent. Yeah, we got yeah, I think that claim actually speaks for itself. Like, I'm not trying to humble him, but what the heck is that interface? Now, BunnyPad advantages. It's open source. I mean, this is literally on the BunnyPad wiki, which is on the GitHub repo. It's fully public repo, audible, community friendly. Cross-platform: Linux, Windows, macOS, and even a Raspberry Pi V1.2B+. Telemetry: none, because telemetry fucking sucks. I respect your privacy. Paid version: never. Donation's optional, but for real though, please do donate, because developing this takes a lot of resources. It has regular updates and issue tracking, right? Even though we don't have any open issues at the moment, I do update it when I get the time. Contribution access: open to all. Heck, if you want to make your own spin-off of BunnyPad, do it. It's fully accessible in modifiable. Branding icons can be replaced on the app, so it works. Because even though I prefer you guys not to replace the branding icons, I'm not going to stop you. And it has a publicly disclosed CVE, which if we open the security tab here, advisories. Alright, here we go. If we search DuckDuckGo for it, see? It says public CVE. Jeez. I didn't realize that I would accidentally be getting a lot of free advertising, but here we are! But let's go to cvedetails.com, for example. BunnyPad vulnerable to buffer overflow when opening files of size 20 megabytes or greater. Now, it's not just BunnyPad, it applies to just about every notepad. But BunnyPad is a note-taking software prior to version 11.0.2700, well, 27,000.0915, which is version 11, FPL0. Opening files greater than or equal to 20 megabytes causes a buffer overflow to occur. This issue has been patched in 11. It's been patched in version 11. Users who wish not to upgrade should refrain from opening files larger than 10 megabytes. Development history: developed by a single person since 2022, even though it was open source fairly recently in its lifetime, and it shows consistency and dedication. Now, it varies if Varys by some odd chance manages to catch wind of this, which, oh well, I'm just speaking my opinion and showing proof. But if your core projects like Rebound are open source, why is the Varys text editor still closed black box? Like, I get it, okay? You claim that you're doing it because the plus in the standard shared the same code base. But why not at least make some of the code open source? The main GitHub repo contains literally nothing. What exactly are we not allowed to say, huh? You claim that the code is close to prevent piracy, but store packages can be trivially extracted. Really, is piracy your concern, dude? And why does the Discord login exist at all if all it does is grant the various text editor plus 2.0? Is this just a glorified badge system? If so, why not do it in a way that doesn't require a Discord login? Because, I'm just saying, if someone could, do some stuff. I'm not gonna give anyone ideas, but some stuff could happen, dude. And I'm going to go back to this Discord preview. What telemetry are you actually collecting? And who in your Discord server can actually see it? Speaking of telemetry, why would a text editor need usage analytics? Are you tracking keystrokes, file edits, or just how many tabs I open? Tabs in a basic text editor. Seriously though. Are you secretly building a mini IDE disguised as a notepad or WordPad clone? Huh? And AI text generation in a closed source editor. How much of my work are you analyzing to make that feature work, huh? In fact, how does that feature even work? Just, just not to say that you're sending my documents to your own Discord server. You boast about being community driven, yet you allow contributions behind an application process? Who decided I'm not worthy to help you fix your app? In fact, let's just say that you yourself don't have 10, 20, or 30 vulnerabilities that we can't vet, that we can't fix. If a user system is fully offline, can they guarantee that their data isn't being phoned home when they launch a virus text editor? Or is there some background Discord ping silently happening? Because while I'm going back to the Discord preview, telemetry, logs, he has those channels muted, but they clearly exist. Now I'm going to continue circling my mouse around them. They clearly exist. And then we have this bot over here watching a Virus Text Editor Plus. Oh. Oh. That's a bit weird, in my opinion. Bonus thought. If even the memes Trojan is if even the memes Trojan is more open and more audible than your flagship, I'm using air quotes here, editor, maybe users should really rethink what community friendly really means. User impressions, okay, since well, oh yeah, I'm going to get to the mic drop soon. One user stated that they avoid a virus text editor due to disliking a virus based on past behavior. And the reputation and trust clearly play a significant role in software adoption, especially for closed source applications. I've even had one user say that they got a key for a virus text editor plus because someone sent it in a group chat because they didn't want it, and the only reason why that user claimed it is because no one else did. Excuse my language, but damn, that's fucking pathetic. That's the only thing I could say about that, because that's just pathetic. But still, imagine being shown up by someone who uses Arch Linux as their daily driver operating system. And if you don't believe me, okay, let me first close out BunnyPad so I can get to my console window. Let's full screen the console window. Let's fast fetch config til/.config/fetch/config extended.json. See? Arch Linux. And this is obviously my main system, okay? Because I've been using the exact same system for a while. In fact, my past videos have been done on the system. But imagine being shown up by someone who uses Arch Linux as their daily driver operating system. Now, this quote was sent to us by a user who used ChatGPT to help with this comparison. This user wishes to stay anonymous, and we will continue to keep them anonymous. Any attempts to coerce or force us into giving up their contact information will be logged. And that's the only time we will ever do logging, is to help identify people who have tried to force us to give up user data. Because we don't collect user data. We don't care about collecting user data. We don't want to collect user data. BunnyPad is a free and open source, or FOSS, cross-platform, privacy-respecting, auditable, and actively maintained text editor. While a various text editor is flash and marketing, closed source code, telemetry, Discord login required just for a server role, it has tabs and a basic text editor, AI features in a black box, brand naming, and secret private repos, which, again, gonna go to issues, closed, feature request Discord login. Not really that private, because this is literally a facepalm moment, honestly. And to quote DMX, stop, drop, shut 'em down, open up shop. That's a fitting vibe for when BunnyPad clearly outshines Avira's text editor in usability, privacy, and cross-platform support. Now, covering our assets. Those who know who I'm referencing definitely know where I got the thing from. It's worth noting that any critique of Avira's text editor or its developer are based entirely on the developer's actions and not the software itself. It's based entirely on the developer's actions and the software itself, not on personal characteristics or identity. While Avira's Discord bio includes the trans flag, this critique is not transphobic in any way. Dislike of the developers stems solely from observed behavior and decisions in software development. For context, the author, me, has many transgender friends and fully supports trans representation in the media. The author supports trans-related headcanons in many communities, an example, the trans-jealousy headcanon in the Deltaran community. And in fact, one of the Undertale AU I'm creating, one of the primary characters, or correction, primary side characters, is actually trans. And personal relationships and attractions are entirely inclusive, if not composed majorly, of transgender individuals, as in friendships, or heck, even adoptive siblings. This ensures the discussion remains focused on software transparency and usability rather than personal identity. And again, I'm going to quote exactly what I'm saying in the wiki article. I'm mainly adding this as a way to help the community open their eyes, as well as perhaps help Avirius realize some of his faults. This wiki entry and this inclusion of it in this stream is intended to help Avirius and not harm. All information contained in this wiki attempts to be as accurate as possible. Please open an issue if information appears inaccurate. Now, of course, the documentation is really open source and, well, incomplete, which is fitting for a notepad that's open source and mostly incomplete. Now, let's actually go in and remove the logging. Now that we've got the various comparison all handled, let's scroll in and just actually let's remove the logging import here. We actually don't need this too, so we can actually just remove that. Since we removed the crypto engine, we can actually remove those. Let's remove this since, well, we're getting rid of logging entirely. Because originally that was supposed to be for debugging and stuff, but I just ended up never using it. And plus, the the debug logs is buggy. Yeah, the debugger is buggy. Oh yeah. That's right. Since, well, we're just going to, again, we're removing all the, oh wait, actually, we can remove this section here because, well, we don't need it. Alright, uh, let's remove this. Yes, I'm gonna try fixing all this up later. But right now we are just removing the logging. I know I've said that multiple times. Actually, hold on. Let's control F. Right, so we actually have the logger set as blogger. Huh, interesting. Let's remove that. Find, remove, find, remove, find, remove, find, remove. Oop. Actually, let's go Q dialog. to fine. Actually, let's for now just return it to none. And add a note that I need to fix this later. So now that I have that there, I can just re-reference it at a later time. Alright, so let's find. Alright, find. Return none. Let's say another comma here. And alright, so let's Control S to go back to the terminal. Huh. 734. Did we even go down that far? 734. Yeah, that one was on me. I know, you guys are hearing me click, but, well, no, it's a, which causes the program to hang a little bit, but that's just due to Python stuff. Yes, the theme is a bit inconsistent. I'm still working on it. It's not all perfect, but I'm working on it. And yeah, I guess it's functional. Yeah, I mean, yes, there's still some bugs. Oh, that's actually a cool bug. I gotta keep that because that one is sick. That, that is just awesome. That's a bug. That's a bug that I'm seeing for the first time. I'm keeping it because that is awesome. That is awesome. Oh, we've already been here. We've already been there. Hey. Oh, that's actually something I also need to change. Yeah, it's going to say that, yeah, there's a new version available. Of course, this is a new version, and there's a lot I gotta work on. But so far, I think I've got this done pretty well so far.
So yeah, I've been developing this for a while on today's stream. Yes, I did kind of go on a little bit of a rant, but overall, I think we were successful in today's stream. If you guys need any more, if you guys have any questions, any comments, drop them down below. If you feel like you want to see more of this content, let me know down in the comments. If you guys want to like or subscribe, that's up to you. Because, well, each human is a free individual. I am not in control of your actions. I mean, I would appreciate if you guys did donate or like and subscribe, but, well, it's all up to you. Anyways, until next time, BunnyPad Dev out.